Hey guys, and welcome to day 4 of the Blessed Beginners Challenge. I hope you're enjoying it. It's been so amazing to see you all joining in, so thank you for all the support. Today is going to be a complete lower body focus flow. So whenever you're ready, we'll hop on our mats. I'm just heading down to the studio now and we'll get started.
So I want us to start out today lying down on our backs. So if you come down all the way down onto your back and then take your feet to the floor, knees to the sky, hands by your sides, palms facing upwards. And just taking that second to settle in, arrive on your mat, arrive into the present moment. And I just want us to go back to that thought we had right at the beginning at day 1, to remember that this is new. So we have to be kind to ourselves and kind to our bodies in how fast we pick things up and how quickly we can adjust to new ways of moving, new postures. So really trying not to beat yourself up through this process. No, it's the beginning of your journey. And hopefully it's going to be a long and very, very fulfilling one for you. And then we'll take both hands onto the space in our belly. Start to focus in on the breath, really trying to send the breath all the way down the back of the throat to the base of the lungs, into that space in your belly. Big breaths in. Big breaths out, letting everything sink down and relax, and just trying to find a nice steady rhythm and pace to the breath before we start moving. If you can, breathing in and out through your nose. And then we'll take our hands over our head, take a big stretch. And as you exhale, dropping your hands down by your sides, arms by your side, walk your feet a little bit closer towards your bum. Try to tickle the backs of the heels and then just look up and check that your thighs are hip distance apart. Coming into bridge pose, we inhale, lift and squeeze up, squeezing the glutes, squeezing your bum. Really try and lift the hips, slight tuck under in the tailbone. As you exhale, lower down slowly. Inhale to lift up, squeeze up. Exhale, slowly lower. One more, inhale, lift and squeeze, slight tuck under in the tailbone, weight in your heels, driving up. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. As your lower back touches the floor, we're going to kick our right leg up towards the sky. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, reach behind and grab around the back of your thigh, not the back of your knee. Make sure you've got your leg. As you breathe in, I want you to think about extending your leg as straight as it can go. Don't worry if it still has to have a little bend, that's absolutely fine. And as you exhale, start to draw your thighs slightly closer to you. We're stretching down the backs of the legs. Inhale, exhale, pulling towards. 2 more like this. So you inhale as you straighten. Exhale, slight draw towards you. Last breath. And as you exhale, pulling in. Really nice. Gently release the back of your right thigh. Keep your foot up in the sky, and then you're going to cross your right ankle over the top of the left leg, so almost just below the knee. As you breathe in, reach through the gap, grab around the back of the left thigh, flex both feet, and as you breathe out, I want you to pull that left thigh a little bit closer towards you. Inhale, exhale, drawing closer, stretching the outside of the right leg. Inhale, exhale to pull in. One more breath in. And pull towards you. Really nice. Gently releasing your leg, left foot back to the floor. You're going to unhook the right foot, take it back down. 3 bridges in between. We inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Make sure your thighs are hip distance, feet hip distance. Driving through the heels, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale, squeeze and lift, really squeezing your legs, squeezing your glutes. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Coming to the other side, we extend our left leg up to the sky. Grab around the back of the left thigh. Make sure that left foot stays flexed, so toes towards you. And then as you inhale, think of straightening. And as you exhale, pull towards. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, drawing a little bit closer. One more breath in to straighten. Exhale, pulling in. And then gently releasing the back of the left leg. We're going to cross our left ankle over our right knee. Make sure that top foot is flexed before you pull your thigh towards you and grab around the back of the right thigh. So left arm through the gap, right arm outside, and you pull on your thigh. Inhale. And then as you exhale, pull towards. Noticing maybe if one side felt much tighter than the other. And pulling in. I know this is my tighter side. Makes my face screw up funny. Inhale. Exhale, drawing towards you. Really nice. Gently release the back of the right leg, foot to the floor. We're going to extend our left leg up to the sky. Maybe you want to give it a bit of a shake and then take your left foot down. As you breathe in, start to pull your knees towards you, squeeze into a ball. We'll grab around the backs of the thighs and then gently, gently rock and roll forwards and backwards on your spine until you can come up to a tall seat. Then sending your legs back behind you, we're going to come onto hands and knees in our tabletop position. And then as you breathe in, slowly drop the belly, lift the chest, coming into our cow pose. Exhale, pushing around. So we should be quite familiar with these now. You inhale to drop, flowing with your own breath. Exhale, pushing around, chin to chest. One more round wherever you are. And then coming to a neutral spine, we're going to kick our right leg back behind us. As you kick your right leg back behind you, I want you to take your toes down to the floor. So your toes are tucked under and the ball of your foot is almost touching the floor. As you breathe in, slightly rock forwards. As you breathe out, pushing your heel back towards the ground. Inhale to rock forwards. Exhale, pushing back. Now you might find that walking your hands actually further forwards give you a much bigger stretch through the back of your calf. So just finding what feels good for you here. We inhale to rock forwards. Exhale, pushing back. One more breath in, come forwards. Exhale, rock, push back. Really nice. Walking hands back underneath your shoulders if you move them. And then we're going to inhale, lift the right toes up off the floor and kick our right foot up to the sky so our back knee is bent, foot still flexed. Then as you breathe in, I want you to kick high towards the sky like a donkey kick. And as you breathe out, we're going to take our knee to our nose, squeeze. Inhale, kick, lift, really squeeze into your bum. And as you exhale, round and tap. Inhale, kick and hold and squeeze. And as you exhale, round and tap your knee to your nose. Inhale to lift, kick high, really hold. We're going to hold for a full breath. Big breath out. And then as you inhale, extend your leg. Exhale, drop your knee down. Just pressing your hips back towards your heels. Give them a little wiggle. And then coming straight to the other side. So up onto hands and knees. We're going to kick our left leg back behind us and then take our toes down to the ground, toes tucked under. Inhale to rock forwards. And as you exhale, push back and really try and send your heel down. Remember, there's options to move your hands forwards if you like. Inhale to rock. Exhale, push and press back. Really get a nice press down in the heel. One more like this. Inhale, rock forwards. Exhale, push back. And then as you breathe in, rock forwards, move your hands and wrists so they're back underneath the shoulders. We're going to inhale, lift the left toes away from the floor. Bend into the back knee and take your heel towards the sky. Foot is flexed. As you breathe in, extend your leg higher, knee higher, squeezing into your bum. And as you exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale up to the sky, squeezing at the top like you're trying to give yourself a bit of a cramp in the back leg. Knee to nose, squeeze in. One more round, lifting up, hold up and squeeze. And as you exhale, round, knee to nose, tap in. Last lift up, hold and squeeze. We hold for a full breath in, full breath out. As you breathe in, extend, and as you breathe out, left knee drops. Amazing, just pressing back again into that kind of like a half child's pose, just to give your shoulders a break and your legs a break. When you're ready, re-lift. We'll tuck our toes under, lift all the way up to your downward facing dog, chest pressing back, knees nice and bent. And then we're going to start to walk our dog out. So our right heel drops down, left knee bends. Inhale to switch. Exhale, left heel down, right knee bends. Inhale to switch. Exhale, press back. And as you send one heel down, I want you to really press your chest back. Inhale to switch. Exhale, left heel down. And then we're going to bend both knees, look forwards ahead of us, tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. Doesn't matter how many steps it takes to get there. Nice soft bend in the knees, relax your head, relax your neck. As you inhale, halfway lift. So hands to shins, head forwards, bum backwards. If you need to bend your knees some more to get that flat back, please feel free. And then gently release, fold. As you breathe in, take a big sweep up, look up. And as you exhale, take hands to heart center. We'll inhale, sweep up. Exhale, big dive down, folding down. Now is your chance to grab your bottles or your books or whatever you're using to help you out. Even if you've got blocks, that would be great. And then I want you to bend into your left knee and straighten your right leg. Make sure that your bottles are directly underneath your shoulders so they're not too far ahead or too far back. And then we're going to slowly lift our right hand up towards the sky for a twist. We should be feeling the stretch through the back of the right leg. If we're not and we feel like we could go further, you can either move your prop a bit lower, or if you can, take your hand to the floor. Is my bottle going to roll away? No, we're good. Okay. One more breath. And as you exhale, take your right hand down to your bottle or whatever you're using, and then we'll switch. So right knee bends, left leg goes straight. You grab as far down your bottle as you need to, and you take your left hand up towards the sky. Really trying to lift open the chest. Feel that stretch through the outside of the left leg. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, take your left hand down. We're going to move our props out of our way for a second. Make sure they're somewhere close to you because we'll be using them. We'll take a big step back just with the left toes. Massive step back. Then I want you to take your back knee down. Inhale, sweep up into your low lunge. Holding here, back toes are untucked. Make sure hips are in line with one another and your bum is turned on It's hard and squeezing tight. And then we'll take our hands down, frame our front foot. Walk your hands back and start to straighten that front leg. Now, this is your opportunity, if you've got some props, to grab them underneath your hands. Maybe you want to wiggle that front foot forward slightly more. You'll feel what feels right for you in your body. Toes flex towards you. And as you breathe in, lift your chest, straighten your back. As you breathe out, start to fold forwards. Inhale. Exhale, folding down. Using your props to help you stay lifted, not dumping and rounding in the back. One more breath in. Exhale, folding down. Really nice. And then move your props out of your way. Now coming forwards, bending into the front knee. Hands come down and frame your front foot. As you breathe in, lift your hands away from the floor into like a cactus shape. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. We're going to tuck the back toes under. And I want you to think about straightening through the back leg, not lifting up your knee. So it's just a straightening movement. We're going to inhale, straighten and hold. Breathe. Keep your chest low if you can, high up on the back toes. And then as you breathe out, take your hands ahead of your foot. And we're going to take a big hop, lift the back toes. This front knee can be as bent as it needs to be. And we're going to try and kick our left leg up towards the sky. Trying to keep hips in line with one another so we're not opening up to the side. Hips are in line. It doesn't matter how high that left foot gets. And as you breathe out, gently, gently stepping forwards. Inhale, big sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're coming straight to the other side. Sweeping up. Exhale to fold. This time taking a big, big step back with the right toe. So look back, big step, drop your back knee. Inhale, sweeping up into your low lunge. Making sure our front knee isn't riding over our front ankle. Strong through the hips and the glutes. And then as you exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot. Starting to walk fingertips back towards you, straightening the front leg, and then re-grab onto your props and lift your chest really high. Give that front foot a little wiggle forwards. Make sure your toes are flexed on the front foot. As you breathe in, lift your chest. As you breathe out, you're going to start to fold forwards, flat back. Inhale to straighten and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. One more breath in and fold. And then slowly creeping forwards, bend into the front knee. Props move out of your way. And our hands are going to come down and frame our front foot. Inhale, cactus arms, squeeze them up, squeeze your shoulder blades, back toes tuck under, and we want to straighten through the back leg. Chest stays low, holding here, breathing. Next breath out, hands come to the floor slightly ahead of you. Doesn't matter if you have to take a few hops to get there, but we're going to extend our right leg up towards the sky. Front knee can stay as bent as you'd like it to be. Hanging your head down towards your foot. Really try and extend that right leg high. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, dropping down, right foot down. Inhale, slowly roll up, sweep up. And as you breathe out, we're coming straight back down, hands down to the floor, stepping back into plank, left toes, right toes, knees lower. Exhale onto our belly and chest. As you breathe in, low cobra. And as you breathe out, tuck your toes, press all the way back to your downward facing dog. Holding here. Next time we breathe in, we're going to lift our right toes away from the floor for a three-legged dog. Now, I don't care how high that right leg goes. I just want you to think about dropping your left heel towards the floor and pressing your chest back, holding here, ungritting your teeth if you're gritting them together, and then look forwards and take a big step forwards between your hands, staying high on the fingertips. We're going to grab our blocks or our bottles or whatever you're using. And as you breathe in, start to straighten your front leg. Move your props wherever you need them to be. Now, seeing here, if we can start to lift our front toes, so we're flexing our foot, if you can see that, and then slowly start to fold forwards over the front leg. Breathing in, exhale, breathing out. We're going to bend back into the front knee, coming into our lunge, hold there. And then one more, hips send back, straighten your front leg, toes towards your face. If you have to have a bend in the front knee, that's absolutely fine. Just working with what you've got. Again, don't have to have the props if you don't need them. You can take your fingertips to the floor, holding for one more breath. And then rebend into the front knee. Step back into plank, holding here. And then as you breathe in, send your hips up high to your down dog. We go straight to the other side. Our left toes are going to lift up. And think about sending your right heel down towards the ground. Press your chest back. Holding, breathing. I know it's really intense. And then look forwards and take a big step forwards between your hands. You're in your runner's lunge. Taking props underneath hands if you need them. And then we're going to start to send our hips back, toes towards our face. If you can see, like that. Starting to fold forwards over that front leg. Breathing here. Bending into the front knee, coming into your runner's lunge again. Props if you need them, move them out the way if you don't. And we'll go for one more. Straighten the front leg, making sure hips aren't skew-whiff, they're in line with each other. Exhale, rebend. We're going to take a big step forwards to the top of the mat. Right toes, big step in. And then slowly coming all the way down into a little squat and come to sit down onto your bottom. We'll extend our legs out in front of us. Give them a really good shake out. Make sure toes are flexing towards your face and you're sitting up as tall as you can. If you want to use that trick from yesterday, where you just pull the fleshy parts out from behind you, feel free. And then we're going to take our right knee up towards our chest. Grab onto your foot and pull it all the way around towards the outside of the other hip. So we want our knees to stack as much as they can on top of each other. Now, I completely understand and feel you if your leg is up here. That is so fine, honestly. Do not beat yourself up about this. It's completely normal. It can be really tough to get that rotation in the hip. So just be kind to yourself. We're going to inhale up onto fingertips. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly creeping forward. You're probably still going to feel it up here. So if you don't even need to creep, just stay here. You're good here. One more breath in, straighten through your back. And as you breathe out, slowly folding forwards. Really good. Coming back, we're going to unhook this leg, give them a shake, and then other side. Left knee up and in. Pull it round and across, trying to stack our knees as much as we can. Front foot is flexed. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, creeping forwards. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath. Don't let your front foot relax. Really keep flexing it back. And then slowly walking hands towards you. Unhook this foot. Give both legs a really good shake. We're going to take our feet to the floor and wiggle our bum a little bit closer towards our heels and slowly come down onto our backs. Knees in towards our chest. Give them a good squeeze in. And then taking your feet to the floor, we're going to take our right toes underneath the gap in the left side. We'll grab onto our foot with our left hand and then let your knee drop towards the floor, trying not to let your left hip or lower back come up off of the floor. Really think about pressing the right knee down towards the ground. And if you'd like, you can take your right hand up and over your head. Really thinking about tucking your tailbone under here, almost like you're trying to close the gap that's probably there in your lower back area. And we should be feeling this through the front of the right leg. 2 more breaths. Exhale, rounding through the back, trying to tuck the tailbone. 1 more breath. And then gently release. Right foot to the floor and right hand back down. Switching sides, so our left foot goes underneath the gap in the right side. Grab onto your foot with your right hand and pull it towards your bum so that your knee drops down towards the floor. Left hand reaches up and over, and you're going to really think about pressing the left knee down towards the ground, trying not to compromise any kind of movement in the right side. Inhale to tuck under. Exhale to try and soften. Inhale to tuck. Exhale to soften. And then gently releasing, release your foot, release your arm. Take one final squeeze in towards you before you let your legs come all the way out long to the floor, hands by your sides, closing off the eyes, releasing any hold or control, letting your feet fall to the floor, and really just trying to relax. Feel yourself in the moment. Feel yourself in stillness, in your own presence, in your own body. And then we'll take a big stretch overhead, get really long and tall. As you breathe out, gently roll over onto one side and just pause there for a second before you lift yourself up, coming to a cross leg at the top of your mat or just a comfortable position. Breathing in, taking hands up overhead. And as you breathe out, take your thumbs to the space between your eyebrows and press into that space as you thank yourself, your body for coming to practice, for trying new things, for creating space in the body. And then drawing hands down to heart center, gently bowing into the head, bowing the chest. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to practice with me today. Thank you for trusting me on this beginning of your journey. I've absolutely loved seeing all the tags, so please keep tagging and hashtagging blessed beginners. I really have enjoyed seeing it and helping you guys out. So hopefully I will see you back here tomorrow for day 5. We're already halfway through our challenge, and yeah, as always, like, subscribe, do all that stuff if you enjoyed this and are enjoying the challenge. And I'll see you back here very soon. Mwah.